We're up over probably 50,000 plus downloads, which is
That's
pretty
great.
pretty
Yeah.
incredible. And then of course the mind goes straight to like, well, these 50,000 people, if they haven't bought it now, where am I going to get the next 50,000?
Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of AppTalk, a podcast where we discuss and understand the why behind every project. Today, I have a very special guest. His name is Isaac Knable. If you know wrestling, you would know him. He's a wrestling coach, a founder of a wrestling academy, and a proud owner of an application called Stance in Motion developed by AppVerticals. Let's go and understand his reasons and whys behind creating this application. Hi, Isaac. How are you? How's your day
Good.
going?
Oh, doing great, doing great. Just getting it going here. So, yeah. How
Yeah,
about yours?
I think it's mine is going great. Like I told you, we had technical issues, but we're good.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's start with a little introduction. So, do you want to tell the viewers who is basically Isaac Knable? How did he find his love for wrestling? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much started wrestling when I was in, first grade and played all sports just because my friends did, and then just kind of stuck with wrestling. Um, had some great teams, great coaches that built great relationships in youth club, junior high, and all, high school, and then into college. And yeah, just kind of went from there. And once I graduated wrestling in college from Indiana University, I was pretty much done with wrestling. But then my old high school coach, he kept asking me if I wanted to come back and help coach. So kept saying no, but then by the time season rolled around, I just went back in, started helping him coach again for on and off for a couple
Uh-huh.
years, and then now 20 something years later, still coaching and
That's
still
actually
still
great.
doing it.
Just yeah, just out of curiosity, why were you done with wrestling?
Because
Just
it's
bored out of it, or was
no,
there a reason?
no, it's just really the training's just really hard.
Yeah,
um, you know,
I yeah, I actually saw your videos on social media. So I was like, okay, that looks really hard.
well, and I don't even, I mean, when I was training, college was pretty brutal. I mean, you got your weight management, your strength management,
Yeah.
socially, gets sacrificed a lot. But just the working out 2-3 times a day all through college, and it gets it's tough. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, One thing that I love about it, you're very dedicated towards it. I like you said, you're doing three colleges at a time. I know right now in summer break you're also doing camps, and I did Google a little bit, and I got to know that you are an owner of a camp academy as well, right? Correct me if I'm
right,
wrong.
yes, yeah. So I'm a school teacher, and then I also own a private club that actually my old high school coach helps me coach at.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, and so yeah, I do that, and then so yeah, summertime we're just packed with camps, and it's pretty fun the camp season. Then I also travel around and do camps across the country and stuff. So that's fun going to see new places.
Yeah, it sounds really fun though. Let's talk a little bit about Stance in Motion, your application. How did you come up with the idea?
Um,
We can all guess, but still.
yeah, yeah. No, so I mean, well, staying some motion is just something that every wrestler does, no matter. I mean, really, on the first day, a youth kid starts wrestling to the Olympians are doing it, and it happens at every practice. And my whole page, like the footwork trainer, was a another invention that I created, and it's
Uh-huh.
just footwork. And my whole goal is to just help kids, you know, work out with nothing, um, kind of like because I was coaching and stuff, and then obviously, I'm sure like a lot of people when
Mhm.
COVID hit,
Mhm.
um, everybody was stuck at home, so
Yeah.
my thought was
The
wrestling.
quarantine and everything.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's a pretty
Uh-huh.
blue collar sport, so I started just doing some live videos out in my driveway and just doing workouts, and then really just started posting a
Right
bunch
from
of
there. Yeah.
videos, and it just kind of
It
grew from there. Uh,
yeah.
I mean, the stance of motion idea, it's been there for, I mean, probably, I probably thought of it around in 2018, 19 before COVID, and then which was about the same time I was getting my uh, putting in the first order for my footwork trainers. But but yeah, the app just I just wanted something simple and easy to use, and that could benefit all levels of wrestling.
Uh-huh.
Especially kids who are at home and maybe they can't afford a lot of equipment and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so the app is pretty inexpensive. I mean, you can use part of it for free as well. So but yeah, so that's kind of, I mean, it took a to get it going. I mean, that took a little bit of time and some
Yeah.
saving. but but yeah, I just
It's
wanted to.
doing really well now. Yeah, I was actually very recently I was going through it, and I actually saw it has a lot of downloads and things are going very well for the application itself. Plus, I love the marketing. I know that you yourself are doing the marketing. I saw the videos that you make. I am a fan of those videos. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's yeah, the editing's probably the worst part of filming content.
I can understand. Oh my god, the editing. So I'm what I have and I love editing. I love softwares. I love, just making reels, posting on social media, and apart from that, the podcasting as well. So for me, I love editing, but it's a love-hate relationship. You have to sit for hours, you have to color grade, you have to make sure there's no problems in it, add captions and everything. Okay,
Right.
that's too much. I can
Well, now
understand.
yeah, and nowadays, I mean, you used to be able to just kinda get by with, like, kind of a I don't maybe less editing.
Now I believe the algorithm has changed so much. Before, I think COVID, I would say, we used to put in so much effort for the editing. We used to make sure there was proper stuff. Now it's just like a 3-second hook, 15-second reel, and yeah, you're gonna go viral. The shorter
Yeah,
the reel,
yeah.
the more the yeah the shorter the reel, the more chances of you going viral. So yeah, the algorithm kind of makes me go nuts because I'm like, I put in so much effort in this one particular reel. Can you please push this one instead of that 15-second reel that I just made out of nowhere? But yeah,
No, no, no.
it's just something. Yeah. um what's your take on the switch, on the algorithm and everything?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's, your interest algorithm, right? Whatever you like, that's what you're gonna see. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's getting to the point where, almost the follower count seems like it doesn't matter as much anymore, and
Yeah.
people are just
the
kind of
the rat
watching.
Yeah, for me, I used to think that, so there's a concept of rat race, right? There were times then where I was like, okay, maybe the follower count is also a rat, sort of kind of like a rat race. So it used to piss me off a lot. But now it's more like, very generic content that is very, relatable to the people. It's going to go instead of, something that's just there because of the followers.
Right, yeah, no doubt, and it's just interesting. I mean, there's just so many different ways to do it. I mean, it's like everything. There's a base, but it's
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's it's definitely challenging or can be, but
Yeah. Plus the way the world is now changing with AI and everything. I have a question for you. So what is your take on AI and wrestling? This is something that I
Yeah.
really want to know, because this is very, wrestling is a sport, but at the same time, do you think AI is going to change it in somehow, or maybe help it out? What's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some cool stuff where the AI tracks like positioning of, is your back
Yeah.
straight, and staying in good position physically. So that's pretty neat to see and stuff. And I think AI is gonna be here. So it's if people are you better jump on board and learn how to use it.
Uh-huh.
'Cause it's gonna
Exactly.
be every day. I mean, I think most people now, at least, I mean, a lot of people are just using ChatGPT, kind of like Google now, search
Exactly.
engine.
Yeah.
It's so much quicker
I'm
and
always
easier.
on chat.
Yeah, and but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, definitely will save a lot of time, software stuff, and the
Hmm.
apps, and
Yes.
definitely can help. But right now you still have to have some prior knowledge of the industry that you're in
Uh-huh.
to make the AI beneficial. I guess it's going to
Hmm.
be a little more interesting whenever maybe you don't have to be fully knowledgeable in that
Yeah.
expertise area. So
Yeah. Coming back to the application stands in motion. What were the challenges that you faced? I'm sure there were many hurdles, but what was the main thing that you're like, oh my God, how am I gonna, go through this? What's going on? God, why me? What was that?
yeah, I mean, obviously the budget part is always difficult because I financed everything
Yeah,
myself, so that's you know um a risk, th- that
definitely. Yes.
that part of it, but just really not knowing, not not knowing anything
Anything. Yeah.
about
It's yeah. It's a
developing an
risk.
app, and yeah, and I think the challenges first part was just when it first started coming out, and just fixing little bugs and stuff, and whenever somebody would download it and have an issue, and just realizing like that you're working through it, and there's going to be stuff that comes up that you're not expecting, just like everything in
Mm-hmm.
life. I mean, and just trying not to freak out as much,
Oh
at
yes, that's
first.
very important. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and most of the turnarounds were, I mean, were quick, easy fixes, but I'm looking at, the app just came out, and somebody can't get their 4-digit code or something like that, and trying to figure out like what device they're using, and most of it honestly was a lot of it's just user error, or
Yeah, I
check
can
not
understand that. Yeah.
it's or the device. And so I think
Mhm.
just like once the app came out and we got everything, I think the probably the most stressful are just challenges like that. Um, that was kind of the scariest because I mean, your mind can go pretty negative really quick, and
I can understand. Yeah.
nobody's gonna use it, but
I Yeah, so for example, for me, it's like whenever something bad happens, the overthinking is like, oh no, if I have a cough, it's gonna be cancer. I know it, it's
yeah,
gonna be cancer. So I can understand when it comes to the application as well. So I had not one, many clients who freak out, and for us developers, you don't have to freak out. We know it's okay. Relax, calm
yeah,
down. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, I
right,
can understand that.
yeah, and then just after that goes a couple times, which you know, um, then you kinda get used to it, and it's like, "Hey, we got this issue, how can we fix it, and how do we get this taken care of, as
Yeah.
quickly as possible?" And what is the degree of the problem? It might not be that big of a deal and something, but yeah, just kinda figuring that out was pretty interesting, especially, like I said, and most of it's just lack of knowledge, just not knowing, and then once
Yeah.
you learn more about it, you kind of understand it. I mean, but yeah, just kind of navigating through that was interesting. Um,
Yes. Um, for now, because I think it's been a year or so the application is live.
right, about a year. Yes, yes,
About a year. Oh, that's nice. Congratulations. Um,
yeah.
how is the response with your students? I'm sure your students use them, or the people who have seen the application. What's their response on it?
Yeah. I mean, we're up over probably 50,000 plus downloads, which is
That's
pretty
great.
pretty
Yeah.
incredible. So and the conversion rate's a little bit lower than what I would obviously want, as
Yeah.
far as because it's a freemium app. So trying to figure
Yeah.
out my price point and that stuff's been probably challenging too.
Mhm.
Sometimes you sell yourself short. Sometimes people are always gonna have opinions on that, but just kind of trying to figure out how much should I give away free and how much should I
Yeah.
not.
How much is
Um,
worth paying for? Yeah.
yeah, and so I think now it's been a year, so collecting a lot of that data, and then of course the mind goes straight to like, well, these 50,000 people, if they haven't bought it now, where am I going to get the next 50,000?
Yeah.
But I mean, looking in the big picture, like, I guess it's pretty cool that I was
It
able to
is.
design
Yes.
an app and that
Yeah.
many people. But yeah, I mean, obviously, people have had great feedback from it, and it's helped them a lot. And that's where I got to keep the focus and remind myself like why I started to help why I started coaching, just to help one kid at a time. And if you
The
if you
whole
can do
point.
that, I mean, that's yeah. But you try to when you're trying to operate and run a business too, you gotta be
You
able to
gotta
pay the
earn some
bills.
money as well. Yeah, exactly. Their bills to pay. We have to earn it. I can understand that. Um, so I love that you still have your one reason why you started as a wrestling coach still there. So your application, it just made me so happy right now that your application is serving that one whole point of you becoming a coach. That's really nice. In the bigger picture, you're doing great. It was an idea that is now a product, like as in it's live, people are using there people, the whole point of creating that application was to help other children, other people, ones who can't afford some stuff, and people who just want to start the beginning level. Because I saw in your application as well that you just have a free version where you can go ahead and see your videos, YouTube videos, as well as start a drill and all of that. So I loved it. I was like, okay, someone who is very basic, who is just starting out right now, can do it, and as well as someone who is a professional and needs just some help or assistance, is also the application can serve them as well. So love that. It's like it's not centric to one category only, but it's wide, and people can anyone who wants to just learn can hop onto it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just and people just kind of like with the footwork mat and the app, like, you don't need this stuff to obviously get better, just like you don't need a weight room to get stronger, but they're just
Uh-huh.
extra tools that kind of assist in the process and can be a training tool to help, you know, increase your physical and
Yes.
mental game. So but yeah, so
Yeah. How did you find AppVerticals? How did you find the gem? I would say.
companies,
Yeah.
talking to a lot of people. You know, I was looking at freelancers. I had some connections from high school that I kind of talked to a couple people. And then I mean, that was obviously a long process and doing a lot of research. And, I came across, I think I finally got it down to about three people. And, I just, yeah, I really like Bruce.
Oh, he
And
he is lovely.
yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just that the energy and the just the relationship and the,
Uh-huh.
the confidence that he brought. And, and then I, got reached out to a couple people that had built apps,
Mm-hmm.
um, and, reached out to several and a couple where I was able to talk to on the phone. And, they pretty much told me straight up, you know, what I was, getting into. And,
Yeah, exactly.
that sounded good to me. So I just kind of pulled the trigger and jumped on board. At first, I think it was quite a few, to get the ideas
Uh-huh.
rolling, and then it maybe turned into weekly, and then I mean, it just got to a point. But I mean, at all times, it was open communication in the group, and could send a message. That's one thing probably that I learned, is if I was giving advice to somebody coming in, like just keep communicating, because everybody gets into their work and going and going, but
Yeah.
anytime, and that's some of it, just uh, I guess lack of, just putting a lot of trust in the team to do the
Uh-huh.
job that we
Yeah.
talked about, but also I don't know if I was afraid or not afraid, but just be more
It was
willing to
the
just check
application.
in.
Yeah. So what I think is anyone who is, deciding to build an application, it's like their baby. It's like their soul that they're trusting someone else with. So communication is the key. I also spoke about this in my other podcast, that communication is so important when it comes to, ideas like these, because we can build s- we can develop something, we can develop an application for you, but the idea is yours. So you have to communicate each and
Right.
everything with us.
Yeah.
You have to check in. You have to, come and just bug us all the time. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, this is something that just came up. Hey, listen, this is something that I'm thinking about. Can you do this? Can you not? If we can't do that, we'll give you a middle ground for it. If we can do it, we'll be like, yeah, that we love that idea. Let's hop on to it. Let's do that. So for me, I always tell my clients that communication is the key. You have to communicate, because at the end of the day, for us, it's something that our developers, our teams are going to work at. It's your idea.
Yeah.
You have to, tell us each and everything. If there's something that you're not happy with, just let us know. We literally have departments for all of
No, for
this.
sure.
Just to sit and listen to the client. For example, if they're not happy with certain things, we would be like, okay, we understand, happen, things happen. We're not going to be like, oh no, our team didn't do that. We understand that
Yeah.
things can happen. We would sit, we would understand their point of view, what happened, what they exactly want, and then provide them with that service. So it's never about sales, and it's never about, just doing the work. It's also for us, we put in so much effort that we're so invested in it. We want to give you, a success story for us as well.
Yeah.
Like, we want to make it a success story.
No, for sure. And I mean, and that's the thing. But I mean, also felt, and maybe I didn't, check in as much because maybe I was just, I mean, everything was going good, and it was just,
Yeah.
I mean, but when I did, I mean, but that the response time of every time I sent a message on our messaging app, I mean,
Uh-huh.
it was right away. Muhammad, I mean, he was great in getting through the process, and so yeah, I mean, there was never a time where a message was not responded. I mean, they said, probably 24 hours, but I think everything was at least,
Yeah.
under 12 hours, if at the most, on anything. So that was pretty respectable.
That's great. Yeah.
Most of it was within an hour or quicker. So, but yeah, I mean, from where the app originally, the idea that I was pitching to like everybody to what it is now is like 10 times better than like what
Yeah.
what what I originally had in my mind, and
Mhm.
what I actually have on my phone right now. So, I can go in and adjust any of the settings and the names. I mean, the dashboard that I have, and I wanted it simple. I probably can go back in and look at more
Mhm.
data and analytics stuff, but my main focus was on the actual part for the wrestler, the user experience, and
Mhm.
you know, and
Easy,
now,
easy to use. Yeah.
yeah, so I can put in a new command for the app at any time, and what's cool about it is it's actually my high school coach. His voice is in the app.
Oh yeah,
So
in the
all
drills and everything. Yeah.
yeah, so like all the maneuvers, the moves, and the motivational stuff,
Uh huh.
it's all from my high school coach, and it's his voice. I mean, and that was we recorded that on an iPhone and sent it in, and they clipped it up and made it sound great. So that was pretty cool. Like I never, you
Yeah.
know. So, but yeah,
It
pretty
is. I
fun.
just love when technology is like, does things like this. I mean, how I it's hard for me, even though I work in an IT company, but it's hard for me to wrap up my head around it. I'm like, how can this be this? And then you guys give me this. Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you, yeah, that's great.
yeah. It was that was pretty. That was pretty cool to get that for
Mm, yeah.
sure.
What are your future goals and vision for Stance in Motion now? What are the
Um,
plans?
yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I've got a few list of notes,
Hmm.
but obviously, just trying to keep evolving, to what, just getting into,
Taking the
focusing more to
feedback
get,
and changing. Yeah.
yeah, getting it out to more people,
Uh,
and adding definitely have, you know, definitely have a lot of ideas, but right now, I mean, honestly, we just got to get our
get the word
some
out. Yeah.
yeah, get the
Get the
sales
word
up
out. Yeah.
so we can manage it and make updates constantly, and
Uh-huh.
you know uh but yeah, the
It,
the the idea stuff just doesn't.
yeah,
I don't know.
I
There's
think,
something inside
I
I can't
think,
just turn off.
uh-huh. Uh-huh. I can, yeah. So I think, for any application, year or 2 year it takes around year or two just to actually be out there in the market, if that makes sense. For example, I know your application is on iOS and app store and Play Store, Google Play Store.
Yeah.
So it's on both Android and Apple. But at the same time, people, it's just started to spreading, like, how would I say it? So let's put it in a way that the word just started spreading out right now. It's going to take some time. I know that you're doing the marketing. I know that you're big on social media, plus your own PR. That's great because you're a coach. Your students, word of mouth of your students going out, them telling other people, them telling their friends, their family. Apart from that, your own circle, your own coaches, your own, I'm sure there are a lot of people in your circle, you introducing that application to them. So the application is still a bit new at this point, but I'm sure it's going to do great because it has 50,000 plus downloads just in a year. So that's great. With the right team, with the right marketing strategies, I'm sure you're going to, ace it. It's going to go, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. No, for sure. And that's another cool thing about the app. I mean, I mean, I got to get some updates done.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it's kind of just been running itself for the past, I don't know, maybe 6 months, to be honest. So it's been pretty,
Yeah.
that's been pretty cool. I mean, I haven't had any really
Organic reach. Yeah,
complications.
organic
Yeah,
reach is hard to get, but once you do, oh, it does wonders for you.
yeah, yeah. But it's yeah, it's definitely never ending. What you can do with it.
Yeah. Ideas is something, it's like knowledge you can gain. So any update on application is just like knowledge. You can always learn a lot more with the feedback, and at the same time, you for ideas, you can just, it's going to be like, okay, this guy gave me this feedback, so we can do this in the application. You can also connect your other brand, the foot, correct me if I'm wrong, the footwear.
Yeah, the footwork trainer. Yes.
Footwork, yeah, the footwork training, you can also connect that with this one. You have two other platforms. Everything you can just jump it up, like mix it up and make it one big whole thing. But again, it's just ideas, and once you do hit that point where you're like, okay, it's time for us to do this change, do that change, it's gonna work out. Perfect. So, Isaac, tell me, what advice would you give to someone who is now starting or thinking to build an application?
Um, yeah, I mean, if you're just starting out and don't have a lot of experience in it, I mean, definitely put in time and talk to different people. That's one thing. All the meetings that I had um, with potential clients, I guess, I definitely learned a lot in that process, and was able to pinpoint it down to AppVerticals, which was a great
Hmm.
choice. And just it can be scary, but I whether this was flopped or not, I mean, I'm just kind of willing to take that risk and versus just sitting around wondering if I should have done it. Um,
Yeah.
but that's something I guess I just credit to my parents for. They were risk takers and smart. Smart, but not
Yeah.
not out of control, but just you know, and just that confidence to be able to do that, win or lose, and not being afraid to lose if it did not work out, and maybe it won't, and you know, but
Yeah.
keep pushing, but yeah, just do research and just
Yeah.
you know,
Have you seen that scene from the movie Dory? Just keep swimming, just keep
yeah, that's
swimming.
right, that,
That's literally my motivation for every day. Like, just keep swimming, just keep
that's right,
swimming.
yeah, just keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't give up on it, and hopefully a year from now, will the app will be, just as strong and still running even better. And, you know, um,
Yeah. Yeah, it'll
but
it'll
yeah,
work out eventually. Yeah, it'll work out eventually.
yeah. And that's the exciting part about it. Just kind of watching it grow and, the challenges up and down. And, when you look and,
Uh-huh.
see a video go good and the downloads keep going up and people registering. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm trying to do a lot of this stuff myself, and I don't know if
You're
that's
doing I
the
yeah,
best
I
the
just want to
best.
tell you, yeah, I'm gonna just tell you right here, you're doing great, because I have seen so many clients, so many application projects that did not do as well as they were supposed to, because they had the potential, but somehow somewhere in the line, the marketing or they had this thing, if you post, if your application is live, you have to go for marketing, you have to create the hype, you have to, people don't understand this, but marketing is very important. You have to create an hype for it. And I love that you, in your regular videos on your Instagram, you're just posting about the application. I saw the videos, they're the normal content that you already post, but with your application, you're like, see, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna just do it. So you're doing a great job, you're doing far better than half of the app owners, I would say that.
Well, thanks. Thanks.
Perfect. Isaac, I want to know, for the viewers who are watching right now, who either want to download your application or want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, just through social media, shoot me a DM. I do get a lot of junk on there, but Facebook or Instagram is probably the best one to message me on. Footwork trainer, and then the app is on iOS and Apple Play or Google Play Store. Search Stance in Motion. If anybody has a or wants to talk about the process as well, they can shoot me a DM. And if I don't respond, probably check another one because a lot of it does get spammed. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
I, I'll,
you know,
I'll yeah, I'll tell my clients, the future clients, you can just go ahead and DM Isaac and he'll tell you how good we are.
yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and that's another. I mean, having the app available on Google and Apple has been, all my other when I was starting the process, that was not an option. It was going to be double for everything, but using the software that you guys use, it was able to convert it to both Google and Apple. A little more setting up on my end and keeping up with stuff. Um, you know, Subscriptions and
Yeah.
stuff for all that. But yeah, no.
No worries, we got you. We have your back. You don't have to worry about it. Any feedback or any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I mean, I'm glad I went and chased this dream down, and wherever this path is taking me to. I thought this. I kind of always think the next idea is the one. It's
Uh-huh.
kind of like maybe a curse because I just can't turn it off. But just keep chasing your dreams, and just keep swimming, right?
I
One day.
just oh yeah, just keep swimming. What a beautiful way to end this podcast. It was great connecting with you, Isaac. As always, we loved it. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining our podcast.
yeah. Well, hopefully we'll do it again in a year, and we'll
Oh
double
yeah, we
down.
will. Oh yes, I am counting on that. I will reach out to you and I'll make sure of that.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
All right. You too.